Hello, my beautiful souls. Doris Victoria here. Welcome to my channel, your personal empowerment channel, where you get insights and inspiration and my personal experiences for your own empowerment. And today I wanted to connect with you on this very, very stormy 22nd of December, because we are going through a magical time right now. So this is more like an energetic update with everything that I'm receiving right now when it comes to the current energies. And it is a really, really powerful time. So yesterday we had another very important portal. We had the 21st of December, the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year and the longest night of the year. And this is a magical moment because it is kind of like inviting us to go within, to go almost into darkness, like, like the current energies are showing us. The sun, if you're in the northern hemisphere, of course, I'm in the northern hemisphere in Southern Europe. But so for all of you in the Northern Hemisphere, it is a magical time to go back into our mother's womb, so to speak, back to the cradle of creation, where everything started. And when I say the cradle of creation, I don't necessarily only mean your mother's biological womb, but what I'm saying is it is rather a womb of, you know what, let me put these flowers. Let's make this more beautiful. Here we go. I love my flowers. I always have my flowers with me. So yeah, let's make this a magical moment. So when I'm talking about the womb, I'm actually talking about the darkness where creation starts. So for a peasant, for example, who is putting grains into the soil in springtime, that grain is going into the darkness, and there in this cradle of creation, the earth, Gaia's energy, it is starting to grow. It is starting to grow roots and a sprout that will maybe be a tree, or it will be a beautiful plant, or whatever it's going to be. And we are invited during those 12 nights of Christmas. This is another very important thing. Yesterday was the first night of the 12 nights of Christmas, the Christmastide, so to speak, as they're calling it. We call it Rauhnächte in German. Rauhnächte stands, if you would literally translate it into English, it would be something like rough nights. But I don't think the translation is all correct. I googled it right before doing this video. It is more like dark nights, Rauhnächte. I think it's coming also from Rauchnächte. Rauch also goes hand in hand with Rauch, which means smoke. And in the old traditions, this time was a very, very sacred time for the Druids, for all these ancient tribes here on Earth, all the wisdom civilizations that were here before us, or in parallel time, as the linearity that we think in. Many say it's just an illusion. But anyway, so the rituals that I'm sharing with you a little bit today, or the energy that I'm feeling about this magical time, might have been coming to me from our ancestors, from our Druid ancestors, so to speak. So the 21st of December marks the shortest day of the year, as I said, and the longest night. It marks a period of stillness, of darkness, hence of femininity and creation. And also kind of like embracing the dark, embracing the darkness, not being afraid of the darkness anymore. Remember, I always said to myself, I used to be afraid of darkness until I realized that I am the light. And when I am switching on my light, darkness will disappear because my light is illuminating everything. So tell yourself the same thing if you like. Yeah, so yesterday was the first night of the 12 nights of Christmas. And we are invited right now to go within. The Druids were even fasting. People were doing fires to kind of prolong the day. The fire had a very, very holy place as well. As you know, we have those so-called elements here on earth. For some traditions, there's 4 elements. There's air, water, fire, and earth. And then for some traditions, there's 5 elements. They just add the metal as the 5th element. And some others even add wood. But for me, wood goes hand in hand with the earth. So anyway, it is a time of sacred reunion with the 4 elements, of sacred reunion with the earth. Go out into nature and meditate. Go into stillness where you find it. Seek stillness consciously during this time. And what I want to share with you today is that actually the cultures that we are living in, if you're living in a Western civilized culture, so to speak, we are very much disconnected from these ancient traditions. We are very much disconnected from stillness because Christmas is a very stressful time for many people. You know, it's very commercial, it is very loud, it is very bright because there are lights everywhere. And so today's tradition, when we look at it, is very much going against the old kind of like Christmastide tradition, the 12 nights of Christmas, which was a time of stillness and of darkness, and for some of you of fasting, water fasting. You might just want to drink water during the day or hot tea. Make sure that you drink at least 2 liters of water, at least 2 liters of water during the day, depending on your size. Of course, some need more, some need less. But this is what I'm doing, and I feel that my body really needs it. And then put some salt, some stone salt, like Himalayan salt, for example, on your tongue from time to time. Salt also has a very, very sacred meaning, and it is full of minerals for those of you that are fasting. So yeah, Christmas, the way we are celebrating Christmas nowadays is going completely against, because there is no stillness. There's hectic, there's commerce, there's Christmas markets, people going into shopping malls or grocery stores being open all the time, like almost 24 hours. As I said, and then people are overeating oftentimes and way too much sugar. So there goes your connection with yourself, so to speak, which is that sacred stillness. And fasting, actually the ancient traditions, and I am fasting to actually open myself up even more to receive spiritual messages, to receive messages from my ancestors, or from Gaia, or from God itself. I mean, whatever you are needing right now. It is also a time where you want to look after your dreams. Maybe you can even have a dream journal and write down your dreams, because they might have a meaning. And if you can, beloved one, I mean, I consciously chose this year to celebrate my Christmas on my own, in stillness. In darkness, I will have candlelight, which is replacing the fire. I will have fire logs on the computer, maybe. No Wi-Fi radiation. I'm all cabled up. And I'm gonna consciously choose to go into stillness and not eating sugar. And maybe even fasting, or if I eat, then very little portions of healthy veggies and fruits, So every one of us has the choice, of course, to celebrate this time of year the way we want it. Make sure that you don't celebrate it in a way because you feel obliged to celebrate it that way, because maybe this is, the way your family celebrated it all those years. You can create your own traditions, because you are a full, worthy, beautiful, whole expression of Source here on earth. You're not dependent on anyone or anything. So the ritual I want to share with you today is go into stillness, and then make it before the 21st of December to kind of really use this energy of intentionality right now. Have a beautiful bowl, for example, like a golden, something stone or golden, you know, something that really speaks to you. And then have 13 little tiny papers and have a pen where you can write on, and then go into meditation and kind of like project your new version. Like, what is your biggest dream? What did you always wanted to do? Is there anything waiting inside of you to be manifested, to be realized? You know, do you want to let go of something? Do you want to start something? Whatever it is, go into meditation, just into stillness. Take a moment, you know, lay down or sit in cross-legged position. I have this beautiful thing here where I'm burning my incense, my frankincense, myrrh. You can burn benzoe, you can create that sacred kind of like room smell. Oh, now that I showed you that, my video was 11:11 long. That's showing us how much incense is creating a portal. Again, 11:22 now. So yeah, you might want to burn some incense. Of course, always make sure that it's in a safe place. And then kind of like think about your next year. Like, what is the intention that you want to project for next year? And then write down one wish on each little paper. And then place it, like fold it together so that you can see what you wrote, and place it in your bowl. And write 13 wishes. You know, some say 12 for each month, that you make a conscious wish for each month. And it can be quit smoking. It can be heal this or this in my body. It can be feel freer in myself, feel more relaxed, start massages, start baths, start spa days, or whatever it is. Or it can be something that you want to achieve, for example. Like in March, I want to be that and that, or I want to have that and that much money, or I want to have the woman or the man of my dreams, or whatever it is. Write down a very specific wish on each paper, fold it so that you cannot see the wish, and then place it in your bowl. And then I want to share 2 ways that you can deal with it. Some people would burn that little paper each day. So they would write it, and then from the 24th onwards, beginning on the 24th, this is why it's important to make the preparations before the 24th of December, sorry. So once you have all your papers, your little tiny wishes written, you can either burn one beginning on the 24th, and you leave the 13th without burning, but you don't check what wish it was. Whenever you burn a paper, you don't open it before. You don't check what wish was it that you wrote down. You just take the paper and you kind of like give it to the universe. Burning it is kind of like, I'm giving it over to you, universe. Or if it's a tiny paper, if it's like natural paper that would dissolve in earth, you can also bury it somewhere in the earth, you know? Just make sure that you don't pollute the earth, that it's not a plasticky thing, you know. But if it's paper, paper usually will dissolve because it's coming from trees, unfortunately. It will dissolve in earth. So you can also bury it, but make sure that you get, in a way, rid of it. Give it over to the universe. And then each day, for 12 days, you're burning one wish. And the 13th paper that is left, you're going to open it and you check what wish it is. And that is the wish that the universe needs your cooperation with, in a way. That's what they say. Another way of dealing with the papers is that you write them down consciously, and then you read. You open one. Beginning on the 24th, you open one paper and you read it. And then you kind of like make a meditation and you imagine yourself doing this in this month. This is a very powerful way of manifesting as well, because in a way you are entraining yourself to be the version of manifesting whatever it is that you desired. So this is a beautiful ritual that I used to do and I'm still doing, and I still love it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'm gonna connect with you during the next days again to meditate about this Christmastide together, to kind of bring our full manifestation potential into beingness, into reality, because that's what we all want, right? Our visions to become true, and this is why we're ultimately here on earth. So with all my love, dear ones, I wish you a happy Christmas. As I said, I'm gonna get back to you during the next days, not sure which day, but stay tuned for our Christmastide meditation, or a meditation for the 12 nights of Christmas to enhance that potential. Lots of love, and I see you in the next video. Bye for now.